Movie reviews by Robin Anthony.
Well, hey guys, it's Rob and Anthony again for another movie review.
How you guys doing?
We look a little tired because it's about 3 a.m.
Yes.
It's February 19th, I think now. Was the 18th when we went to the movie. We will be reviewing Shutter Island.
The new Martin Scorsese film.
Yes. This is a very different film from past Martin Scorsese films. It is not in the...
Yeah, it doesn't take place within the mafia.
No, it doesn't. It's more of a psychological thriller. I would think would be like, it's not very much horror.
That's why I went in there thinking it was going to be some horror, because that's what the trailer makes it seem out to be. But because in the trailer there's a bunch of jump scares in the trailer. But
from anyone who's been following this, I'll give you the rundown. Leonardo DiCaprio is the main star. Also worked with Scorsese in The Departed. So they have some very good. I think Leonardo does a wonderful job in this. I think Scorsese really knows how to direct him well.
Yeah. And
like you said earlier, this is his fourth film.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the cast list includes
Mark Ruffalo is in it. Ted Levine shows up for a couple scenes.
Ted Levine, for those who don't know, plays Wild Bill in
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. I always say Wild Bill.
You do. You said it at the theater.
Why do I say Wild Bill? I think I'm thinking of like Pecos Bill, and then I throw Wild. Oh no, Green Mile. Wild Bill. Is Sam Rockwell's character.
Yeah.
So no, he plays Pecos Bill. He plays Buffalo Bill, the killer in Silence of the Lambs. I don't think I'm ruining anything.
And he's in Monk with Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah. So that accent goes in and out.
Yeah, I know. And Sir Ben Kingsley is also in this movie.
Yes, he is.
And the guy who played Arthur Lee Allen in Zodiac, who's better known for as Drew Carey's brother on the Drew Carey Show.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to see him in a dramatic role. Yeah. He kind of disappears. He's in the beginning, and then he tapers off.
He's occasionally in the background.
Yeah.
Standing there with his thumb up his ass.
He often does that in movies.
Yeah.
But I still like his on-screen presence.
Yeah.
As for this movie, if you've been following it, it went through production hell. I think it was delayed months and months, and it was shot over 2 years ago.
Well, because it got bad test screenings, like really horrible test screenings.
And we're probably gonna get bad test screenings from this review, because whenever it's hard reviewing a movie because we get a lot of backlash. When we reviewed The Wolfman, we both said we enjoyed it. You know, a lot of the other critics, including other critics online that we share the time with, did not like it.
Gavin Dad liked it though.
Did they care for it? Yeah, they did. I know Criticus Maximus. These other two guys that do movie reviews, they give it like a 2 out of 10 for The Wolfman. But we're talking about Shutter Island, and we might get some opposition here because there's a lot of hardcore Martin Scorsese fans out there.
Like Mr. Sean Hillary.
Yeah, Sean Movie Man. He loved the movie, and when we asked him why, he said because Martin Scorsese did it.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much his answer.
Paraphrasing, of course.
Just like he liked Inglourious Bastards because Quentin Tarantino did it. But that's a different story. Shutter Island, I was looking forward to. I think the film itself, though, has a lot of problems. Although all performances, I think, are excellent.
Oh, excellent.
The running time is about 2 hours and 18 minutes long, which is probably about an hour too long.
It seems so long.
It's full of, in any psychological thriller, it's full of twists and turns, but in this case, the twists and turns aren't very unforeseen.
Yeah.
If you've seen the preview for the movie, and you shouldn't base movies off the preview, because like you said, this was aimed as more of a horror film when it wasn't, you could tell pretty much the entire film from the preview, which is kind of a bad thing when you figure out the movie within half an hour, and you have to sit there for another, hour and 50 minutes.
Well, yeah, didn't you figure it out, like the big reveal during the trailer?
Yes.
And then I figured out, so I was just joking around, and I said something that turned out to be true too, so.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to ruin it for everybody. Everybody deserves to watch it, and I think the movie as a whole is good. I just think that it took way too long to get there, and it's one of those, like, question upon question upon question that it just doesn't seem necessary. Another big con about the film, this is coming from like a filmmaker's aspect or point of view, and probably why it was like delayed so long and it went in production hell, but I noticed there was a lot of continuity errors. There'd be continuities of like people smoking and it would cut to a different angle and their hands are different.
They had that in the beginning of Departed.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson has a cigarette and then the camera changes to
well, it happens a lot in this film.
Yes.
As well as like there is a scene, and I lie to you not, and this doesn't ruin anything. A girl asks for a glass of water. Mm-hmm. It cuts to her close up like this. There's nothing in her hand. There's no glass. And then cuts to her putting a glass on a table.
Glass empty.
Glass empty. And then a third angle.
Wide shot,
glass on table, full of water. And I thought maybe this was because when you're watching a psychological thriller, you're like, maybe this is part of the story. This is not part of the story. So there's some errors like that. Color temperature changes. The scenes end and feel very abrupt. It felt like they kind of used what they had and they went with it.
Yeah.
Story-wise, though, I thought it was a good story. Like I said, it just went on too long. But performances, you're done
with the glasses and.
Of course you are. You can never keep anything comfortable.
What do you mean?
I know. You got migraines. You need pills.
Yes.
Because then Kingsley will give you some pills. Inside joke on the movie if you watch.
Who else shows up? Jackie Earle Haley shows up.
Yes, he does. He does a very good job.
Yeah.
He always has makeup. Lots of makeup on. Very obstructed face, but good performance for as short as he was in it. I completely forgot he was in it until he appeared.
Yeah, me too. I was like
2 hours into the movie. Overall, like I said, performances are outstanding. Leonardo DiCaprio, originally I thought he was like this actor that was just a teen heartthrob. Yeah. Titanic was just some pretty face.
Me and Sean were talking about that earlier. Like after Titanic, it was like, oh, he's the pretty boy. Let's just put him in something like this.
But he's Catch Me If You Can, I think, is what won me over for Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, he's a legitimately good actor. And again, this is a movie that really highlights his talents. Yeah. He does very good drama, and I mean, just overall, it's his performance like outshines the entire movie.
I really liked Mark Ruffalo in it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I turned over to who we were watching the movie with, and I was like, Mark Ruffalo. I always picture him in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Well, I turned to you, and then I turned over. I don't know. I turned to everyone. I was at 5 rows back. Mark Ruffalo was in Eternal Sunshine. He was on a bed jumping around.
His underwear.
Tidy whities. You got that? Look, watch this. 1954. Oh, that's another thing. The movie takes place in 1954. Scorsese's pretty big on period pieces and stuff. It stays pretty true to it, but when it's confined to the island, besides cars and practices and stuff, didn't really feel necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's necessary to the plot, but it felt like one of those, like, Scorsese just wanted to put it.
And well, if it was present day, I don't think the score would have worked as well.
Well, you really liked the
score. I really liked the score. It was very 50s, like thriller horror movie-esque. A lot of drums and a lot of sharp violins and cellos. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, boom, boom.
It wouldn't have worked if it wasn't that style, and I liked how the film looked when it wasn't jumping around color temperature.
Oh yeah.
So
in like the blink of an eye, go from warm to cool.
It was very distracting. Yeah. So out of 5, I would probably give this a 2.5. I'm not trying to diss it too much, and I'm not trying to build it up too much just because it's a Martin Scorsese film. I was entertained to the point of I was enjoying the performances on screen, but just was done with the story about an hour in.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 11. 11 just because I want to give it a 5, but I don't want it to be in the middle. But I don't want to give it anything lower than that because it makes it seem like it's too.
5 out of 11 is lower than a 5 out of 10. Yeah. So
I just don't want 4. I don't like the sound of 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
5 out of 11 sounds better.
Okay.
To me.
So
I was just very bored.
Feel free to comment and tell us how much you disagree and love the movie.
Yes.
And
I didn't mean that. I love you guys.
People will do what they will. Yeah. I still thought Wolfman was entertaining. So
I talked to a lot of people that didn't like it.
But I also talked to a lot of people that did.
Yeah.
So we're divided.
I talked to you that liked it.
Yeah.
And by a lot of people, I mean Chris Hansen.
Till next week.